Hello everyone, welcome to my Sea of Sounds. Thank you for coming and watching here. Today I would be covering some of my favorite albums from the last 10 years. The first one would be DS2 by Future, better known as Dirty Sprite 2. This album was very big moment for Future. It was his grand entry in trap music. This album went on to become one of his first number one album in Billboard 200. Many bangers in this album like Stick Talk, where he's casually rapping and flexing his flamboyant image. There is a very interesting incident about the song Stick Talk. Michael Phillip, once he was in Olympics in Rio, he was in the zone where he was listening Stick Talk. A picture went very viral and everybody were wondering what was he thinking and what zone he was in. And that's the moment he mentioned in MTV Video Music Awards in front of the public, where he was going to introduce Future when he was going to perform in MTV VMS. And then I would say even songs like Trap Boys, I don't want to use the word N, it has a very emotional, it plays a very emotional part in my life. I've lost some of my close ones in my life, and the song also mentions, the lyrics also mentions the same way how Future lost his close ones and how he's struggling. He's not able to express his fame and desire even though today when he's having. So at this point he had like tracks like F Up Subcommerce, Stick Talk, Trap N. These are big bangers in his catalog. There's one more song, Know the Meaning. There's a very interesting story about it. When DJ Esco was arrested in UAE, his hard drive was also with him. They almost cooked 400 songs, and in that process, finally Future had no other option, but he went on to record DS2. Upcoming artists from Atlanta scene were pretty much inspired by Future. Artists like 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Gunna, Young Thug, and Migos. These artists were pretty much inspired by Future's trap music scene. The album defined him as a trap legend at this moment. Number 2 would be Drizzy Drake's If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. This was a surprise album. No promotion, no announcement, out of the blue. This was released on Valentine's Day after in 2015. This album, I think it's his best, one of his best body of work. Goes down as one of his classics. I think if I have to rate, this has to be in my top 3. Like Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. This album defined Drake as, at this point, I think Drake wanted to show his rapping ability. I think Drake wanted to share his personal stories from his hometown, Toronto. He's the sixth god of the city. It's the area code 416647, better known sixth god. Drake is popular in Toronto. I feel Toronto became very famous because of only Drake at this point. Toronto was famous, but Drake made it mainstream for the public to understand what is Toronto music. Pretty much music artists were inspired by Drake. Artists like Weeknd, Party Next Door. There was a lot of collaboration in this album. My personal favorite songs are Legend, Know Yourself, Six God, Six Man. Amazing album. Also, this album was a partnership with Apple Music. Apple Music had just launched that time in 2015. Drake also was the face of Apple Music at this point. Even they branded his OVO sound radio in Beats One. Number 3 would be Kevin Parker album Currents. This album is a very relaxed album. You can listen anytime, like at late night if you're in a very minimal zone, you don't want loud noise. Tracks like The Less I Know, The Better, Let It Happen. It's a very nice moody song. You can listen anytime. It has a nostalgic music. You would feel like you are listening to some of the old bands from the 80s because it has a lot of synthesizer, a new wave rhythm. There would be a musical feel like as if you're listening Tears for Fear. Yeah, that's a nice album. One must listen that. Number 4, Adele's 25. This felt like heartfelt maturity, where she's dealing and expressing her relationship, what all emotional she's feeling from her heart. This album is pretty much her critically acclaimed. She won a couple of Grammy Awards in 2017. She won Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Record of the Year. Hello is one of my favorite songs, but I don't listen Hello as much. I listen to Send My Love. That's a nice song. And there's one more song, All I Ask. There's a nice video if you'd like to watch that. Bruno Mars has covered it. He has given a R&B 90s style. You would feel like you're listening to Boys to Men. Yeah, that's a nice album. Number 5 would be A$AP Rocky, At.Long.Last.A AP. This album was A$AP Rocky's pretty different style of music. He created psychedelic, trippy sound. I liked songs like Every Day, where it featured British legend Rod Stewart, Miguel, R&B artist. Nice song. And songs, I don't go back to many of these songs from this album, but there are only 2 songs which I like. One is LST and Every Day. It's a very chill vibe song. Yeah, it's not that loud, but you would enjoy it if you're in the minimal rap and you want the sample of Rod Stewart. Number 6, Travis Scott's first studio album, Rodeo. It's a prequel from his Days Before Rodeo, which was released in 2014. This was his first studio album. It got that rage. He brought back that same feel how rock concerts had, that mosh pit. Fans would rage when his music would be performed, and tracks like 90210, that's my favorite. Antidote, Pray for Love featuring The Weeknd. I go back usually to this album sometimes, but I think leading here in this classic in future. By the way, Travis Scott is performing in October in Delhi. He's coming first time, and you guys must witness his concert. It would be a great experience. Let me know if you go there. 7 would be Big Sean's Dark Side Paradise. Great album. Big Sean is being very humble here. He's rapping about all the humbleness. He's grateful for whatever life has given him. And tracks like Blessing featuring Drake, Kanye West. Actually, Kanye West was not supposed to feature in Blessings. So when Big Sean had finalized his album and made final track list, Kanye West was already featuring in 2 of the tracks, and he wanted to feature in Blessings. The masters of the album was submitted to iTunes and it didn't make it to the track list. Still, it was submitted later on, and it was released as a single. It featured Drake and Kanye West. But yeah, I think Kanye's verse was not that great. It sounds better when it's only featuring Drake. Number 8, Justin Bieber's Purpose, Redemption Through Pop, Grown Up Sound. This is definitely Justin Bieber's big comeback album after all the media chaos and the wrong mistakes he made in his life. In this album, he's clearly a well-matured person. He has promised himself that he wants to make an impact in the music and wants to be a dedicated person when it comes up to making music. Songs like What Do You Mean finally got Justin Bieber his first number 1 Hot 100 single. Then hits like Sorry, Love Yourself. My personal favorite song would be I'll Show You, Company. These are great songs. He also blended pop, R&B. He got Diplo and Skrillex, introduced sounds like EDM. Number 9 has to be arguably one of the greatest albums of this generation, Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. This album has all the emotion styles, from poetry, politics, racism, emotions. Kendrick Lamar was generational voice. He cemented himself as a legend here. Songs like Alright became an anthem for black movement rights, especially when the tough times were going on in the United States of America. I like personally Alright, and King Kunta is a little laid back fun song. You can enjoy whenever you feel like playing and having a vibe of West Coast LA vibe. Kendrick Lamar has also mentioned here all the tough times as a black young person in his young days, whatever racism he faced during his young childhood days. Also, this album, Kendrick Lamar was actually the second artist since Michael Jackson as a rapper. Kendrick Lamar got nominated for Grammy Awards with most nomination. He got, I think, 11 nominations that night. This album, he won his first rap. This album, I think, he won his first rap album. Yeah, because Good Kid, Mad City was nominated for Grammy Awards, Actually, it should have won the Grammy Awards, but unfortunately, it didn't win. Heist won by Macklemore, but yeah, Kendrick Lamar finally got his torch, what the whole generation was waiting for it. And finally, number 10, my all-time favorite, one of my all-time favorite. This album is on my heavy rotation. I think whenever I listen to this album, it takes me back. It gives me that nostalgic feel of Michael Jackson. None other than The Weeknd's Beauty Behind the Madness. This album was a game changer for his career. He got into mainstream music, great hits and big hits, I can say. Can Feel My Face, The Hills, Earned It. The song Earned It was featured in 50 Shades of Grey. He was also nominated in Academy Awards. Unfortunately, he didn't win the Academy Award. I think my favorite songs would be Loser, Shameless, and As You Are. That's a nice song. You can listen anytime at night. These songs have a pretty much erotic, romantic, emotional, that loneliness, emptiness in life a person is facing. It's a great body of work for Weeknd. By this time, Weeknd was popular throughout the world. He achieved what he had to achieve as an underground artist. Came all the way from Toronto. His work was recognized from Trilogy. I still remember I was watching the WWDC event of 2015. This is the time when even Apple Music was introduced in front of the world, and at final Tim Cook announced that Weeknd would be doing worldwide premiere of his new song Can Feel My Face. That song, whenever you listen, it gives you a complete feel like as if Michael Jackson is existing at this moment still, you know. All thanks to Weeknd that he got that elements back, the inspiration of great Michael Jackson. Yeah, if you listen some of Michael Jackson's old songs, it shows he is pretty much inspired by Michael Jackson's old work, especially like Thriller and Bad. Yeah, that's it. This was on my list. If I have to rank top 3, definitely Kendrick Lamar, Weeknd, and I think I should keep DS2. Yeah, Future. Yeah, these are the top 3 albums from this list. Yeah. From my sea of sound to you, health, wealth, and happiness. Goodbye for now, and I'll catch you in the next wave. Take care.